Today is December 19, 2023, and so far this year we've had 165 different aircraft accidents or claims reported to us, which is almost one claim every other day. In my career, I've seen thousands of aircraft claims, and I've also been able to see how they play out in terms of aviation insurance. There's a lot of noise out there, especially on social media, and I would like to clear some of that up today. First of all, aircraft insurance isn't a scam. These are real insurance companies, real insurance policies, and I've personally seen thousands of claims turned in and paid and aircraft repaired. In my experience, about 95% of all the claims turned in are either paid or the aircraft is repaired. That means only about 5% or less of the claims turned in are actually denied, and there's really only 3 or 4 reasons why your claim would get denied. Number 1, your aircraft isn't insured correctly, and this goes back to your broker. If you don't have a great insurance broker and they insured your aircraft as a tri-gear instead of a tailwheel, you're not going to have coverage and you wasted your money buying an insurance policy. Number 2, your policy simply doesn't cover it. Your aircraft insurance policy covers a lot of things, but it doesn't cover everything. If you used your aircraft for a commercial use, but you only have a pleasure and business use policy, there's going to be no coverage. If you have an engine out while flying and you're able to land the aircraft safely with no other damage, there's going to be no coverage to fix the engine. Aviation insurance policies don't cover mechanical issues or wear and tear. Number 3, the pilot hours or ratings that you gave to your broker to get a quote don't match your logbook. One of the first things the adjuster says after you have a claim or accident is, show me your logbook. Number 4, you commit an FAA violation. Most aviation insurance policies exclude coverage if you commit an FAA violation. So that's it. Generally, if you represent yourself correctly, you know what your insurance policy covers, your aircraft is insured correctly, if you have an accident, there's going to be coverage. So after you have an aircraft accident or incident, what happens next? Well, first of all, the health and safety of you and your passengers always comes first. Once everyone's safe, you'll want to get in touch with your broker as soon as possible. At BWI, we have a special 24/7 emergency line just for this. So you'll want to take a lot of pictures and secure your aircraft from further damage. This might mean moving it off the runway or anchoring it to the side of the river so that it doesn't sink further or get washed away if it's a seaplane. After you get in touch with your broker, we're going to want to look through your file immediately so that we can advise you on what to do next. There are literally hundreds of different things to consider before we decide to turn the claim into the insurance company or not, but generally, here are the top 3. Number 1, if it's a small incident like hangar rash or something that can be repaired for $5,000 or $10,000, we may advise you that it's likely in your benefit to pay for or repair the aircraft yourself rather than turning a claim in. In order for us to advise you on this, we need to look at your whole insurance picture. How many years have you been with your current insurance company? What are your future flying plans? And how much do we think the rate will go up for you next year? If it's a larger accident, like a prop strike, hail damage, or the aircraft is completely destroyed, we will want to turn in a claim ASAP to the insurance company to get the ball rolling. If the damage to your aircraft was caused by another aircraft or a vehicle, or while it was in the care and custody of the mechanic shop, we will want to review the situation and make a judgment call on whether we want to turn in the claim or not. Likely, the other party's insurance policy should pay for the damage to your aircraft without you having to file a claim, but that doesn't always happen. After we've turned a claim in, we will want to get the aircraft to a mechanic shop and get an estimate going so that we can start the repair as soon as possible. Once the aircraft has been repaired and the claim has been paid, the next step is to start planning for your insurance renewal, and there are a lot of different factors that go into this. Most people will want to cancel the insurance policy after filing a claim, especially if the aircraft is completely destroyed, but depending on the circumstance, this may be a bad decision. Once you have a claim on your record, it's going to be significantly harder to get an aircraft insurance policy for the next 3 to 5 years. And so if your aircraft is completely destroyed and you're planning on purchasing a new aircraft, it may be in your favor to keep the policy running, delete the current aircraft, and then add a new aircraft before the end of the policy term. This prevents you from having to shop for an aircraft insurance policy as a brand new customer with now a claim on your record. It may be better to keep the policy going. If your aircraft is being repaired, you can expect between a 15 and 50% increase at renewal. That increase will slowly drop over the next 3 to 5 years, but since the insurance company paid out on a claim, they will want to recover some of that money. Multi-year relationships with the same aviation insurance company really do matter. As an example, if you've been with your insurance company for 10 years without having a claim and now you had your first claim, that looks way better than if you switched last year at renewal to another new insurance company to save a couple $100 and then within the first year you've had a claim. It just looks a lot worse, and insurance companies can decide to non-renew you at your renewal date. There's a lot of complexities with aircraft insurance and claims and accidents. I think it's important generally to know what to expect if you do have a claim, and make sure you're with a great broker who specializes in insuring airplanes and has done it for many years. Thank you for trusting BWI, and fly safe.